สวัสดีครับอาจารย์ครับผม
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Dhamma meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everyone who is interested is welcome to join. As usual, our first participant is Jordan Leach. Looks like he's almost ready to ordain. Hi, Jordan.
Good evening, Ajaan.
How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good.
How are you this evening?
So, how is everything with your ordination?
Everything is on track, and I'll be moving to the monastery the morning of July 11th, and then I'll stay there for a few days, and the ordination will happen on 14th.
14, okay. Then as you got it, then you're coming up to Ajaan.
I think I might stay there for just 2 or 3 days after, and then come before Kalpansa.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound reasonable?
Well, it sounds kind of rush, in a way, but it really what matters is the abbot, whatever he wants to do with you.
Okay.
But normally, when you want to spend rain residence in a monastery, you usually go stay there ahead of time for a while first, so that they get to know you.
Oh, I see. Well, I can talk with the Upachaya about that. I thought it might show just maybe I would become comfortable in the robes,
Yeah.
for a few days and then come. But
See, like my case, after I got my ordination, I went to Wat Pamantat in April, a few months before the rain residence, so that the abbot will get to know me, how I behave and all that. So when the time for staying for the rain residence, he then might have a better picture of me than if I go just a few days and ask for stay at the. But anyway, just to let you know that you might be refused. If you're refused, you just go back to your monastery where you ordained and stay there for the rain residence. And then after the rain residence, then you can come back and stay, because when it's outside of the rain residence, it's not so much a big deal. But when you come in during the rain residence, it's considered to be a big deal.
Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind so that I'm prepared for that possibility, and I'll
Yes.
try to come as soon as I can after I ordain.
Yeah.
Why not?
Don't get disappointed if you don't get accepted outright. You can always come back and try again, or you can stay during the period out, not during the rain residence, which is about 9 months a year. So you might be able to stay there as a visitor, and then maybe when the rain residents come the next time, see what the abbot might say to you. He might get to know you better, and you pose no threat to him, then he might let you stay on.
Sure. Okay. So, yeah, that's. However, that's fine.
Yeah, just to let you know ahead of time, so that should you're not accepted, don't feel disappointed. This is normal sometimes.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. I can always go back to what Tong Yam, as far as I know.
And spend your rain residence there, and then after the rain residence, then you can come back again.
It's not really a rush, so it's a long-term thing. So if I can't stay for this rains retreat, wouldn't be the end of the world.
Yeah, you try for the next one.
Okay. Ajaan, so as it comes closer to the date of, as I thought it would be like this, but yeah, my mom's having some anxiety around the fact that I won't be in touch as much with her, and I'm just trying to sort of reassure her and give her a sense of at least how often I might be in touch with her. And I understand that traditionally monks are not keeping in touch a lot with their families, but maybe with my mom, being not from a Buddhist background and not really understanding that, maybe just letting her know at least that I'm safe and that I'm happy where I am from time to time. Would that be too much?
It's up to each individual monk to decide how much contact he wants to have with his family. Okay. Some monks, they ordain for just for the 3-month period. They have their parents come every week to see them.
Don't want it to take away from the practice, right?
Yeah, but it might cause you some agitation or restlessness when you're in contact with her, you might feel happy, but when you're left alone, you might feel sad, feel lonely again. So it depends on you how you're gonna deal with this situation of contacting people. There's no fixed rule.
Okay. It's more for her sake, and
yeah. If you think you can
make any promises, I'll see how it goes.
If you think you can keep in touch and it doesn't bother you, doesn't disturb your practice, then it's okay.
Okay. Okay, very good. Thank you, Ajaan.
Okay, anything else?
That's all for now. Thank you.
Okay, so 14 is your date of ordination.
Yes, early in the
That's
morning.
about 2 weeks, about just less than 2 weeks now.
That's right.
You know all your chanting?
Yes. I've got all the chanting memorized, and the monk who's rehearsing with me said sounds good. So.
Okay, good. All ready to go.
Pardon?
All ready to go.
All ready to go, really.
Yeah.
Just trying to take care of some last things that so I don't have to take care of them when I'm a monk.
Get into the rocket, get into the capsule, and then blast off.
That's right. That's how I feel. completely ready in my heart.
Okay. But don't forget your mindfulness. Keep practicing your mindfulness. Stay calm.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Okay. Also Sim from Malaysia. Hi, Al.
Good evening, Tan Ajaan. Tonight
Yes.
I have no questions. Happy listening.
Okay.
Thank you, Ajaan.
You're welcome. Go to Kokseng from Singapore.
Yeah. Greeting, Ajaan. This sitting like to ask Ajaan about Eightfold Path, the number 6, which is right efforts, Samma Vayama, if I pronounce it correctly. From my understanding, right effort is fourfold, meaning the first one, the putting in effort to develop those wholesome actions that has not been developed yet. And number 2, developing wholesome actions that has already developed and maintained it. And number 3, removing all those unwholesome actions that has developed and to remove them. And number 4, preventing those unwholesome actions that has not been developed. So I'd like to ask Ajahn, because I'm a bit confused with the letting things be, and also the how do we relate this to setting goals, planning, and making resolution, and instead of just let things happen. So this right effort, do we need to make resolution, make goals, make plans, and so on, and not let things happen by itself? That means have no expectation, Sarah, whatever will be. So I'm a bit, just want to get some clarity over this.
I think that's a mistake. Where did you get that from? That letting things be.
I think maybe because okay, sometimes we wants to so-called not to have any expectation, because when we have expectation, then we may get disappointed. So sometimes we just let things happen by itself. For example, the weather, if it rains, or then and then just accept that it's raining. The weather, we just accept whatever weather it is. So I just want to have some clarity on for right effort, do we need to set some kind of a goal, some kind of a resolution?
You need to. That's what the four practices tells you to do. First, you set up the resolution to do as much wholesome action as you can. Those actions that you already haven't done or haven't yet accomplished, you want to do those things. And once you have done those things, you want to maintain them. You don't want to lose them. Like if you can meditate for 1 hour a day, you want to maintain that. You don't want to lose that. You want to keep increasing your practice more and more and more. But when you try to do increasing, sometimes you might not achieve the result. Then you should not feel disappointed. You just have to accept that maybe not yet the time for you to achieve it. That's all. That's what it means. Don't give up. Simply because you cannot accomplish your practice today, and it doesn't mean you should have to give up and not do it anymore. You just have to keep on trying.
Okay.
But be what you call willing to accept the consequence of your own action. That whatever you get, that's what is the result of your own practice. So maybe you have to do more, study more to whether you're doing it correctly or not, so forth. Okay, it doesn't mean you just let things happen. You just sit there and hope enlightenment will come to you like the rain and the sun. That don't happen, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, that's understood then.
I think that is very clear. Yeah, Ajahn, thank you.
Okay. Next, we'll go to Professor Ken from Switzerland. Hi, Professor. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, Ajaan. I'm fine, thank you. Just like to wish Jordan good luck.
Yeah, we all wish him good luck.
So good
Hope
luck.
for the best. Expect the worst.
I'll be going into the monastery on Friday, but not forever, just for 3 weeks.
Yeah. It's a good start. It's a good start.
Yeah. I've no questions today, Ajaan.
Okay. Then I'll go
you.
to Penang, Gek Yenso. Gek, you never have any question. I don't think you will have one today.
Ajaan, just to send regards, Ajaan. Yeah, thank
Okay.
you.
Good to see you. Next,
Thanks.
Claudia, also from Switzerland. Hi, Claudia. Unmute. You haven't yet unmute. Okay, it's unmute now.
Good afternoon from Switzerland, Ajaan. So I'm happy to be here. No questions today. And I want to thank you for answering my question I wrote by email last week. So
Yes.
thank you very much.
Does it work for you?
Yes, yes. It confirmed my attitude to stay calm and to accept things as they come. So I still don't know if the baby survived. So, but I'm calm inside. So it's okay. The situation
Yeah.
is okay.
This is what we call using equanimity in situation in which there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't be
And
sad. Don't be disappointed. Things sometimes it's just the way it is, you know.
Yes, yes. And I also did self-care in this situation. So I spontaneously decided to go just only for half a day to the Dhammatalk monastery where Kenneth is going to on Friday. So I did a meditation there. I had a very quiet meditation room for myself. And after that, I had the luck, and it was a blessing for me to meet venerable monks from, I think it was from England, from Chitters. And one of them was a student, as far as I understood, from Ajahn Suchart.
Yes, they are from the Ajaan Suchart lineage.
Yes. And so it was a very good timing for me to, I said to one of the venerable monks to relax my chitta. So it was a very good time. And I try at least to go to the monastery maybe about once a week if I can, if I'm not needed in my job.
Yes, the more meditation you have, the calmer your mind becomes, and the easier for you to let go of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, keep doing it, okay? Regardless of where. You should try to do it at home also.
Yeah, yeah. Whenever I have a day off, I try to meditate as much as possible, and it's very uplifting.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'll go to Julia now from Colorado. Hi, Julia.
Hello, Ajaan. I feel so lucky for this Sangha and for Ajaan's leadership and sharing. Yeah.
How's your practice?
Huh?
How's your practice? Usual, as normal, not going anywhere.
So no, I did something really stupid and it's all my fault. as usual. But before I forget, I want to say that I hope Jordan achieves his goal. Yeah. So I love practice, and I had gone on a long retreat 2 months ago, and it was so wonderful, and the mind was so concentrated. And then I received an email, and it asked me if I would edit a series of Dharma talks, like hours and hours of Dharma talks. And I don't know why, but I said yes. And so the whole 8 weeks, I just want to practice. I've been trying to balance doing this task. I don't know why. I feel like I was possessed. Like, I don't know why I said yes. I don't know why I'm volunteering like this again. And I want to practice. The other day it was raining and I could hear the rain and I felt like this sadness. I just wanted to be with the rain and not be editing. But I committed. So so now I have to get it done, and I don't know how to prevent this from happening in the future. Yeah.
Well, you use this experience to remind you yourself next time if somebody asks you to do something.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should try to stick to the path as much as possible.
Yeah.
Keep on practicing. Unless there are situations in which you really have to do something for other people, then you might have to do it. But try to do it as briefly as possible and try to get back to your practice.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I need to hear that over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you want to help other people, it usually means you are aiming for what you call a bodhisattva path. You have to serve others first before you serve yourself, look after yourself. But if you take the arahant path, then you forget about everybody, and then you just concentrate on your practice.
But isn't the highest gift if one practices well and achieves the aim of the teachings? And so if I'm just editing, even though it's Dhamma, it feels like just content.
It depends on yourself, where you are and where you're going. So if you still need to do practice, then you should not be distracted by anything. But once you finish your work, then if you want to do anything, help anybody, you can do it. But you first have to finish your work first before you can help other people effectively.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good to hear the truth spoken.
Yeah, it's like going to college. You have to get the degree first before you go teach other people or be a tutor or something.
Yeah.
You don't want to do it midway because then you might not be able to finish your degree.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep thinking, oh, I could die tomorrow. And I've just been sitting editing. But I could be practicing.
Yes, you have to set up your priority, which come first, which come next.
Yeah. And then also, there's another way maybe I'm not free, because when I hear what Jordan is doing, I'm like, wow, wow, that's so cool. And and then I think, oh, or Appenzell, the two people in this Switzerland, they're going to Dhammatalk. I was like, oh, Dhammatalk. And but I guess I ideally I should be able to practice right here in Colorado, even on the computer, editing.
You get different benefit from editing and from meditation. With meditation, you get peace and calm. While editing, you might get knowledge or wisdom from your editing.
Okay, Ajahn, that's good for now. I'll listen.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Next, all right, I'll go next. Go to New Zealand, to Anura and Ramya.
Good evening, Ajaan. Yeah.
How are you?
All the best to Jordan. Very good to see him.
Mhm.
Having another good monk in the world, so that's good to hear.
Mhm.
And I don't have any questions, Ajaan.
How about you, Ramya?
Also happy to listen, Ajahn.
Okay, I'll go
Thank
to
you.
Peru now, to Celia. Hi, Celia. How are you? Haven't seen you for a while.
Oh, I've been joining the sessions on Facebook. It has been a very busy. My mother got many illnesses, so been running through hospitals and exams and that. But now things are settling down. But I've been listening in Facebook.
Yes,
Ajahn,
go ahead.
I have some questions today. I think they're very simple, but anyway, it will be good to have your guidance. So since the last time I spoke with you, I've been using a mantra to calm the mind. Like I've been using Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha during the day and also when I do sitting meditation. So far, so good, no? But it's the first time actually that I use a mantra. Before I use Buddha and the breath. But this thing happens that sometimes I get very peaceful when doing the mantra. And then it becomes a little bit burdensome to be repeating the words. So I just focus on the breath. But then if thoughts come, just the breath is not enough to maintain my attention. No? So I go back to the mantra. So I go this back and forth. And I have the feeling that I'm actually having two objects of meditation here, the mantra and the breath, and not only one. So I'm not sure about this. Like, you think I should continue like this, or I just should just focus or on the mantra or on the breath?
Well, eventually, the aim is to focus on the breath alone. But if you cannot yet focus on the breath and you have to rely on the mantra, then you have to use the mantra. And when after you're using the mantra, you feel that you have strong enough mindfulness to watch your breath, then you watch your breath. And then if you feel that your thoughts start to coming in again, then you might have to come back to the mantra again.
Oh. So there's
It's
no
okay.
problem in this back and forth. Okay.
No problem. It just means you're losing your mindfulness every time when you watch your
Yes.
breath. So you have to come back to your mantra to generate more mindfulness for you.
And are there ajahns who have gone all the way until jhana just using a mantra, or it's necessary to use the breath
Yes,
eventually also?
some people use mantra, just the word bhutto, bhutto, and then the mind can also get into jhana.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
But it should be just one, not two. If you use mantra, just use mantra. If you use the breath, just use the breath. Don't try to tie them together.
Okay. But there are some ajahns who recommend doing bhutto but at the end it's only the breath, no?
Yes, maybe at the start when you feel your mind still restless and you need something more to hold on the mind to something to hold on the mind to. Like if you watch the breath alone, it won't stop the mind from thinking. So you add watching or reciting bhutto also.
Okay.
This could be
Okay,
done, but eventually I think you should just use one, not both. Because for the mind to become calm and becoming one, it needs to be one. It has to focus on only on one object.
Okay. Okay, good, perfect.
Okay.
And I have another question, Ajahn. So now it's clear for me that I'm just focusing on calming the mind, but these thoughts come during the day. A little bit what Julia was saying, that you can die, maybe not today, but you can die in 2 days, you can die in 2 weeks, you can die in maybe 40 years. But you should be doing death meditation and asubha, no? And these thoughts come, and I understand that my samadhi is not strong by now, so I'm not going towards wisdom with this. But I have the idea that anyway, if you, maybe that's a question, if you start thinking about something every day, like impermanence, and death, and the non-beauty in what we think is beautiful, doesn't that create a habit for the next lives? If you are just thinking even superficially about these things, is it possible that it goes to the next lives, even if you don't have a strong concentration and you haven't been doing a strong meditation in these subjects? Because, for example, I was doing a Suba some months ago, and I don't have really a problem of sexual desire, but I have noticed that I do like to see visual, beautiful things, no? And I noticed that after doing a Suba. So I remember I was going out to the street, and if I saw a good-looking person, I would start imagining the bones and the flesh and the fat and the sinews. And before there was this pull towards seeing a little bit more, but after I did this, then this pull disappeared, like my interest completely disappeared. And it was really nice, no? It was really peaceful. And I think it was a good way of going out to the world and not trying to grab or have your attention towards beautiful things, but rather just seeing everything like at the end, we look the same in the inside, no? But now I'm not doing that. I'm just trying to focus the mind. And if I go out, I try to do also Buddha Dhamma Sangha whenever a thought comes. So I don't know how to work with that. Should I just forget about these thoughts and say, you should be thinking about that, you should be thinking about the Subha, and concentrate just in Buddha Dhamma Sangha always? Or I don't know.
Well, sometimes the situation requires you to think of death or Subha, then you do it. Your mind start to become obsessed with beautiful things, for instance, or obsessed with living, then you might have to use death to stop this obsession.
But if there's no obsession, the obsession is more you should be doing it rather than a particular topic or something that is happening now.
If your mind has no obsession, has no problem, it's normal, then you should use mantra to develop more mindfulness. You use wisdom when your mind start to become attached to something or have craving for something, and you want to pull your mind back from those things by using anicca, impermanence, or death, or asubha, not good looking, not attractive.
So only when it is a problem, not
Right.
trying to force this. Oh, okay.
That's right, because the main task right now is to develop jhana, first of all, the ability to stop thinking completely. So if you start to use wisdom, you're thinking again. See? So you'll find it difficult to get into jhana this way. So only thing when you really need to think of in terms of wisdom, when you really are like when you're sick. I'm comparing to your body. When your body is sick, then you have to take medicine. So it's the same way with your mind. When your mind becomes sick, then you need to take the dhamma medicine, which is the wisdom. But if your mind is normal, it's not sick, it's not agitated, it's not restless, you are able to control your thought, then you keep controlling your thought by using the mantra. Or watch what you're doing with your body. You can use the body also. sometimes you feel tired of reciting the mantra, just keep watching what you do.
Yes. Yes, you said that the last session that there was no problem during the day to go back and forth between the
Yes.
mantra and watching the body. That was very useful too.
If you, for instance, if you're worried about your mother is going to die, then you have to use this death contemplation and say everybody dies sooner or later. So to worry about it doesn't help you, doesn't stop death anyway.
Okay, thank you. But also, I wanted to thank you also. I appreciate a lot the last advice that you gave me, because really focusing on calming the mind, like I don't think I've ever done this, just focusing on calming the mind and not contemplating. And I do see the benefits of that. So many thanks about it, and many thanks for your advice now too.
Yes, it's very important to have a calm mind before you can look at things, look at things as they are. You know, when our mind is not calm, we try to decline. We don't want to see things, see the truth, like death or super things like this, or separation. But when you have a calm mind, it's easier for you to look at these things and accept them for what they are.
Okay. That was all, Tanajan. Many thanks.
Okay, you're
Hope you're
welcome.
well.
Okay, thank you for joining. Next, Navan from Marin County, California.
Ajahn, I feel a bit have been feeling very restless. But I know because I am following some political news, and I wonder, as a Buddhist, is there a way to balance that we can make informed decisions about who we want to vote without feeling the I guess the restlessness and the agitations, so I think that's my question.
So you have to weigh which is more important, you know, calming your mind or taking a vote. Which is more productive, or which is more beneficial to your mind. You know, just to decide to do one vote, and you spend all your time deciding which candidate you want to vote for, and in the process your mind becomes restless and agitated. Do the other thing, forget about the vote and try to stop thinking about the political situation and have a calm and peaceful mind.
So is there a way to have both?
Well, you can take a vote, and at the same time you can become restless and agitated. Unless you have a detached attitude toward whoever you vote for, doesn't matter who, just flip a coin.
Because I'm afraid of
Just
consequence.
think that they are the same anyway. They are politicians. What they tell you is not exactly what they will do.
I'm afraid of the consequence of who I'm voting for. So.
Oh, don't worry, we all gonna die. This is what you need, that contemplation, see? To stop your mind from worrying. Whoever is elected doesn't stop our death anyway. You know, we're all gonna die. But we can die in peace, or we can die restless and agitated. So this is a choice we can choose.
Thank you,
Okay,
Ajahn.
all right. Next, Christine Koe from Penang, Malaysia.
Good evening, Tanajan.
Have you gone back to monastery again?
Yeah, actually, yesterday I have no work. Then I was planned to go for 2 nights, but end up I didn't go because before I come back, the boss said he has to go back to Thailand for a while. Then I thinking like quite some time I never accompany my mother, so I go back to accompany my mother for a while.
Okay. Be a bodhisattva first.
But I still miss the monastery life. It's really provide a good environment for us to practice very well.
Yes, a quiet environment is very, very useful for practice. Better than practicing in the house if you have other disturbances.
And the environment at the hillside, with the timetable, morning chanting and evening chanting, everything is perfectly for good practice.
Yeah, it encourages you to practice. Instead of watching TV or something, you have to go chanting.
Yeah, we have to pause ourselves, cannot attach to the handphone because we are in 8 precepts.
Mhm.
But at
Good.
home always, yeah.
Okay. But try to go more if you can.
Tanajan, I try to encourage my family to do also a lot of meditations, since they brought me up in Buddhism and brought me to all the good master last time, like Long Pute, they all. So I try to encourage them, but seems like they are not as keen as me. Is it all is because of the individual karma?
Yes, it's our individual preferences. Some people like meditation, some people like watching movies. So if they ask for your advice or help, do it. If they don't, then don't bother. Don't waste your time.
Yeah.
You might bother them, if you try to convince them to meditate when they don't want to.
True.
It'll be counterproductive, really.
True.
Unless they ask for your advice or help, then yes, you can do it. If they don't, then just leave them alone.
Yeah, I was thinking like because the entire family brought me since I was young, so I try to like encourage them back, but they are not keen as me.
Do something that they like. If they like ham, if they like pizza, just buy them pizza and they'll be happy with that. If you want to show your gratitude, don't give them something they don't like.
True. Yeah, I this few months is like durian season in Penang. A lot of people enjoy them. They also enjoy a lot, but to me it's like, oh, eating is like I see because I see the cessation of the beginning. So I see the like anicca dukkha anatta. So to me, like I already cut a lot on the food. So but they really enjoy the food.
Mhm. Sensual pleasure. Eating food is a form of sensual pleasure.
Yeah. So maybe like Tanajan said, just give them what they want, huh?
Yes. If you want to make them happy, you want to show your gratitude.
Okay.
Or
Yes, sir.
if they need your help, then you should give it to them. Any kind of help. Okay.
Okay. Thank you for tonight.
Okay, you're welcome. Next, Steph from Oregon. How are you doing? Oh, you have to unmute again. It's not unmute yet.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Okay, there we go. I'm doing okay. It's summer and the kids are home all the time, so my life's not as quiet, but doing okay.
Okay, just be happy with your kids.
Yes, yeah, we're having I don't know, we have such a like peaceful summer and we don't do very much and we just go out in nature and I keep getting bombarded like, where are you going? What are you doing? What are you gonna do? And it's just like, oh, we're just gonna go in nature. So I don't know. It's just, yeah.
Good.
Different. Yeah.
Okay. No question tonight.
No, thank you. Good to be here.
Okay. I'll go to Philip from Malaysia. Philip.
Evening, Ajaan. Glad to see you. Glad to see everyone. Don't have any questions. Just glad to be listening to all the questions here.
How's your family? Okay.
Family is good. I mean, I was traveling last week for work. I mean, traveling for work still. I've been still practicing, but it's just a bit tired with the time difference and the time zone and things like that. So yeah, just getting back to practicing. Getting to be a more stable thing. Yeah, but the family is okay. Everybody is going out. They're in the other room listening on Facebook.
Are the children out of school now?
They're still schooling. It's still a schooling. It's a schooling. Still the schooling term. Yeah, I think the holidays. I think probably it's in September.
September for the.
Yeah, yeah. I think yeah.
Okay. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. I mean, I hope to bring. I mean, one of these days to bring them up to Wan Yen, to come and pay some respects to Ajaan.
Okay, you can bring them in the Zoom room. It's easier.
They're actually in the other room listening via what is it? What is it? Facebook. Yeah,
Facebook. Okay.
Yeah, Facebook. Yeah.
All right.
Right.
I'll go to Nining then. Nining from Wat Yan. You're still in Wat Yan.
Yeah. Good night, Ajaan. I'm very happy here. So if somebody asks me to write a caption about my experience living 12 days in Wat Yan, I will write that discover the best of me in Wat Yan. Why? Because my mom will also be very surprised that I can live more than 10 days without air condition here. So this is very the best of me. And the other that I also, what I want to do, I can do it here. So I can do charity, morality, and also meditation here.
Yes, good.
Quality better than before.
Are you feeling better from your meditation?
Yeah, in meditation. In one of my practice, I feel that I can hear my breath because my breath sounds louder, like that, and then become calm, and then after already calm, I can see the bright, very bright that I have never seen before in front of me. It's like a very peace and bright, and then I just keep watching my breath. Is it correct?
Yes, just watch your breath and ignore everything else that appears.
Yeah, actually, I'm not sure if my breath also, I mean, is anybody can hear my breath, because I feel that my breath very sounds louder, like that, Ajaan.
Just acknowledge what you see or hear. Don't do anything. Just keep watching
until the end of my.
I think your connection is not so good. Okay, I think I have to pass now. Your connection is not good, so we cannot hear what you're saying. Maybe later come back to you again, okay? I'll go to Apalachita from Dubai.
Good evening, Ajaan. Maybe Nining wants to talk.
I think Nining has to unmute her microphone. Can somebody mute her microphone?
Aparijat.
No,
Okay.
Nining, can somebody mute her
Yeah, I
microphone?
mute Nining already.
She's still speaking. She's still speaking. Okay, she's out now. Go to Aparajita from Dubai. Hi, how are you?
Hello, good evening, Ajaan. Yes, I'm well, thank you. And how are you doing?
Good, thank you. Are you practicing mindfulness all the time?
I am making an effort to, and that's all I can say. But yes,
Yes, try to do as much as you can.
yes, definitely.
Whenever you remember to do it. Most of the time you forget.
Yes, I do catch myself forgetting many times, and but I'm trying to keep it more in my day. So
Yeah,
yes,
try to put it as your priority.
yes,
Keep asking yourself, am I mindful? Am I mindful? Where is my mind now? In the past or in the future or in the present? If you're in the present, then it's okay. But if you go to the past or the future, then you are dreaming, really, thinking.
yes, that is true.
You want to stay in the present because that's when the mind can become calm and peaceful and contented. So keep on practicing. You don't have any question for now?
No questions. I took your advice in a slightly different way. I think you asked someone to memorize the Satipatthana Sutta.
Yes.
I actually found there's another one which is the Body Awareness Sutta. I think it's called Kaya Kata Sutta.
Yes.
And that is also quite a good kind of reminder. So just like when I find myself a bit rambling, perhaps better to memorize something useful. So that has been quite lovely.
That's part of the four foundation of mindfulness. The
Yes.
body.
Yes. And it is actually beautiful. I mean, so many lovely metaphors the Buddha uses can stay like a strong visual. So I guess it's lovely. Yes.
It reminds you the nature of your body.
Yes.
Sometimes we forget. Good. Okay. Let's keep doing that.
I'm
fine.
keeping up my practice so far, and that's it. So thank you.
Okay.
And much gratitude.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Next, Trevor from Toronto. You're back in Toronto now, Trevor?
Good evening, Ajaan. No, I'm in Nova Scotia in the boatyard, still trying to get my my boat ready for when I retire. Yeah, I've been a lot of distractions here. I started off well. I've been here almost 3 weeks. I'm leaving at the end of the week, going back to work. I had hoped to be retired this time. A year ago, I'd hoped to be retired and not have to go back to work, but it looks like my retirement is being postponed now until after Christmas, in the new year, for reasons beyond my control. I have no choice over the matter, so yeah, there's a lot of distractions here, but I've been yeah, as I said, I tried to carry my practice here, but it's just been difficult lately, and I'm glad I'm been reminded coming to this meeting of how important it is, and I'm encouraged. Just sitting here, being peaceful, listening to you is such it really is a balm. it's a healing feeling that comes over me. So it reminds me of how important it is just to be calm each day and find time to make that a priority. One thing I've been meaning to ask you about for some time is I find when I sit, I have a problem with my ears. I have a sort of a ringing in my ears, and I find that is quite annoying at times, quite distracting when I'm sitting. And I'm wondering if you have any suggestions on how to deal with that, maybe in a positive way, to sort of try and, or rather than just ignoring it, trying to, I don't know, use it some way as a maybe even as an object of meditation. I don't know. It's rather irritating, I must say.
Well, what happened to it now? Do you still hearing the voice, the sound in your ear right now?
It's just when I'm quiet. When I'm quiet, I sit and I can hear the ringing.
See, the reason why you feel discomfort is your desire to get rid of it. See?
Desire to have silence, yeah.
Yeah, but you cannot do it because it's like it's like the sound of nature. So you have to teach your mind to accept it. That's all.
Yes.
Then you'll be able to live with it and not be distracted or be,
Yes.
Just to teach yourself that it's part of your life or existence. This sound go with you. So just let it be. Just accept
Let
it.
it be. Let it be and
Just
accept
like,
it.
Just like when we accept sickness, or anything that, like you accept your postponement of your retirement, because something you cannot stop or prevent.
Yes.
So it's the same thing. Once you can accept it, then there will be no problem. The problem happens because you don't want to have it. You want to get rid of it, and you could not get rid of it.
So we don't need absolute silence to achieve jhana.
Well,
that ringing is not an impediment. You're saying
it won't be an impediment to your jhana if you can leave it alone.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank you. That's reassuring. Very reassuring. Thank you. I will
just focus on your meditation object, whether it's your breath or the mantra. Just stick with it, and then whatever appears, don't pay attention to it. Leave it alone.
Just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sometimes I think of it as a bird or a cicada.
Right.
You know those loud insects that make a really loud noise? They sound like, that's kind of what it sounds like off in the distance, a cicada. Do you have cicadas in Thailand?
Oh yes, sometimes very loud in the evening usually.
Yes. There's going to be a lot of them this year, apparently. The biggest number of cicadas in decades. We're going to be. Anyway, well, thank you very much. And I'm super excited for Jordan. I'm really looking. I'm my fingers are crossed that everything goes well for him and it gets and the ordination goes well. I'm just super excited for him.
Yeah.
And good to see him looking so well, and we've been in touch on a regular basis to sort of in anticipation of this, and but I understand it is a letting go. It's going to be a separation, but I mean, it is something I'm extremely proud of. It's
not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world. No. And to know that your son is happy and and doing this this amazing thing is, you know, that's what more can a father ask?
Yeah. You can still keep in touch, you know. That's no problem.
Well, I'm not putting any pressure on him in that respect. I'll leave that to his discretion. But I'm unlike his mother. Bless her soul. But
okay.
thank you very. But she did give her blessing to him to become a monk. So that was a big step on her part, because she's very, very attached, to her son. So, but I understand what she's going through now. Okay, well, thank you very much, and
see you again next week. See you again.
See you again soon. Okay.
Good.
Bye.
Bye. Next, Luis from Sao Paulo. Hi, Luis. Last week you tried to get in. It was too late, huh? Too many people.
Yes, last time I tried, but it was too full. So before I ask anything, I would like also to rejoice on Jordan. He's going to ordain, and also it's very nice to see his father blessing, and so good luck. And this weekend I was in Wat Sudavadi here in Brazil, and it was very good to see. There are 2 Brazilian monks there, and one Anagarika who wants to ordain, but to ordain he's going to travel because there are no 5 bhikkhus in Brazil yet. But I was very happy to see it's growing, and they're following very good, and also doing Lutanga. Just to give you the news that this is happening in Brazil slowly. And one question. I just heard about the Thai bodhisattvas like Krubrasiwichai, Luangpurtuad, and Luangpurto. So my question is, what kind of practice led them to the level of becoming bodhisattva, and what did they teach in that regard?
Well, usually a bodhisattva is very very strong on metta, on helping other people. And sometimes they forget to help themselves first. That's all. Instead of getting enlightened now and help other people, they would prefer to help other people before they can go and practice for enlightenment themselves. So they might still have to be reborn again for many, many times before they reach the point where they can become enlightened. Like the Buddha, eventually he became enlightened.
So you would say metta would be like a major
portion of their work.
And in terms of the different levels of arahants, like Chalabhinya, Tevijja, and also the Sammasambuddha, what is the cause of the differences between their attainment and their abilities?
That depends on their past lives. In the past life, they might have learned some other extra ability. That doesn't require in becoming enlightened. But once they have that ability, they also can use that ability. Some arahants have psychic power. Some arahants don't have any psychic power. Some arahants can recollect past lives, and some cannot recollect past lives. Some arahants can teach dhamma very effectively, and some arahants just don't teach as much as effectively. So these are their own special ability that they have accumulated through their past lives.
And in the Abhidhamma of the Sarvastivada tradition, they say that the arahants which are not Sammasambuddha, they still have some level of ignorance which is not kilesa, would you say that that understanding is correct? What do you say? Like,
Well,
do
they,
arahants still have some level of ignorance?
yes, they might not know about science or how the plane fly and things like this. But this knowledge is not relevant to enlightenment. See?
Mm-hmm.
The only knowledge that's relevant to enlightenment is the three characteristics of existence and the Four Noble Truths. This is every arahant will have to know for them to become arahant.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't have to know how the plane fly. Somebody asked an arahant, how does the plane fly? He just answered, it's the chitta, the mind that makes the plane flies.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay, that's all.
So he doesn't know where Brazil is or where America is. No, this is not important for enlightenment.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to know that the body is anicca, anatta, dukkha. The mind, the feeling, anicca, dukkha, anatta. Just know these three things and they can become enlightened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is that all the question you have for tonight?
Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Okay. I'll go to Sao Paulo again, to Ubeka. You look different. You put on a hat. I see.
Hi, Bante.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Mhm.
The is new configuration on the
Yeah, on the Zoom, it has color now. Makes it colorful.
yes, red color, pink color,
Pink color.
woman color, Bante.
I know. Maybe you should tell
Pink in Brazil is danger, Bante.
maybe they should change the color to something more forest like green or brown maybe.
No
Can
problem, Bante.
Can you change the color?
No problems. No problems, Bante. No problems.
Okay.
In Upeka, no have colors, Bante.
Yeah, you can take any color. Doesn't matter.
Yes. My video is very good, Bante.
Your effort, really, yeah.
Yes.
Sama vayamo, right effort.
Yes, to Samadhi, to Pekka, to Passage. It's very good.
Good. Okay.
No distinction. What do you think about Zen teachers, Bante? Zen is very good, Upeka, né? The practice of Zen, dogging, is very good, Upeka, né, Bante? It's different because he's have a different life, né? But the training of Zen is very good, né, Bante?
I don't know much about Zen to be able to give you any opinion about it.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. My Upeka is very, very good. My Upeka is very good. No problem.
Yeah. No dukkha. If you have ubeka, you won't have any dukkha.
Yes. No dukkha. The anicca is not a problem. Eh?
Mm-hmm. Everything rises and ceases.
Yes. Very good.
Okay. Enjoy your ubeka, okay?
Oh, but I suffer, but
You still have dukkha, huh?
I prefer the wisdom and the enjoy, but
Okay.
a kid is a kid, but it's a kid. I enjoy the Dhamma very lot.
Okay.
Sorry,
Good.
but sorry.
Okay. I'll move on now to Lynn. Lynn, where are you from? Is this your first time in here? Lynn.
Yes, in Zoom. But I just came back from Wat Yan, Ajahn.
I see. How long did you stay here?
7 days.
Oh, yeah, you're from Australia.
Yeah, my mom. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They cannot recognize you on the screen. Okay. So you have anything to share or to ask of your experience in the
Yes, I do. And yeah, I do. So because next week, tomorrow I'm going back to work. So I just want to ask if we are too absorbed with our work, are we considered as being mindful?
If you keep focusing on your work and not letting your mind go thinking about other things, then you're still mindful. But maybe you only get half of the mindfulness that you want. The complete mindfulness is to be focused and also not to be thinking, just to be merely knowing. But if you work, then sometimes you still have to think what you do with your work. So you only get half of the mindfulness, which is focus. You keep the mind still with your work, not letting the mind go thinking about other things. But you still have to think about the work that you do. It's not like when you're alone, not working, then you can focus on what you do and not thinking, because what you do doesn't require any thinking, like walking, sitting, eating. Or if you're any thinking, it's very little thinking. So the goal is to stop thinking and to stay in the present, to stay fixed, not let your mind go to the past or to the future.
Okay. So sometimes if we are spend too much time on our work, our body will get stiff and not relaxed. So if we are being mindful, how would that explain this kind of situation?
Well, your body will become whatever it has to become if you put it to work, Maybe it has nothing to do with the mind, whether you're being mindful or not mindful. I think mindfulness has to do more with your mind, not with your body. But it might have some effect, I don't know. But I don't think it's that much difference. The effect is really on your mind. When you have mindfulness, your mind can stay calm while you work. If you don't have mindfulness, sometimes your mind can become restless and agitated while you work.
Thank you.
Okay. Are you back in Indonesia or back in Australia? Okay, just turn off. I'll go to Kafailim then. Kafailim from Malaysia.
Good day to you, Ajaan. Today I have one question, and yeah, it starts with if I attend a funeral, usually I will contemplate on on the death part. But aside from that, will it be worthwhile think of the person's good deeds that the person has contributed to people around or in life? So the question is, aside from that, what else that I can contemplate?
Well, you contemplate on that, contemplate on the anatta nature of the body that's made up of the four elements. And also contemplate that everybody is the same. Your body or any other people's body are all made from the four elements and all are subjected to death. So you see the whole world, see the whole population of the world ending in death sooner or later.
Yeah.
But you have to make sure that your mind don't feel any sad. If you feel sad while you're contemplating on this thing, then you should stop because your mind is not calm enough. You still react to death.
Accept it as what it is, a way of life,
Yes.
a journey.
Right. But if you can see it with a calm mind and accept it, then it's okay to think like this. But when you start to thinking about that and you start to feel fearful or sad or not happy, then maybe you're not ready for this contemplation yet.
All right. Noted on that, Ajahn. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Next, RP. Where are you from, RP?
Good evening, Ajahn.
Is this your first time here with us?
Yes, it's my first time. I'm Rome from Philippines.
Okay.
Yeah. First I am sharing something and then I'm gonna ask question. My ex-partner was ordained last Sunday in Thailand. He is already a Buddhist monk. I support him and I receive blessings and merits from him being a monk, and I'm happy for him. Lately, on the practice of mindfulness and meditation, I have challenge. Recently I have sleepless nights. So what I usually do in the evening meditation is short and long breaths until my breaths becomes naturally. And then I will cultivate the 8 noble path, right understanding, right thoughts, right speech, etc., right effort. When thoughts of sadness arise or any dukkha arise, but sometimes those emotions is very hard to accept, acknowledge, and let it go. So should I just, when too much emotions like sadness, crying, should I just continue with my meditation? Like there were moments that I cry and then I still keep meditating, yeah, within the duration like 1 hour.
Well, see, your meditation is mixed. You do meditation for calm, and you also do meditation for wisdom or insight. But your mind is not ready yet for wisdom or insight, so you should not do any wisdom. You should only concentrate on just calming your mind first, stilling your mind, stop thinking,
Stop thinking.
and let it stay in calm and peaceful for the whole duration of your practice, 1 hour of practice. Don't worry about contemplation. You can do that at another time later on. After you come out of meditation, then you can contemplate. You should mix the two practices together because they are going against each other.
Oh, okay. That's why it's having headache sometimes.
That's right. They're in conflict. There.
Oh, okay.
If you want to calm down, just focus on your breath. Just keep watching your breath and nothing else.
Nothing else.
And after you come out of meditation, if you want to contemplate on death, on whatever, you can do that afterward, not during meditation.
Not during meditation. So
Meditation is for calm, for stillness of mind.
So I should focus on the sensation of the breath on the nostril of my
Yeah,
nose.
just at that one point. Don't follow the breath in or out. Just watch the breath at the point of contact, at the tip of your nose or the nostril. And don't force your breath either. Leave the breath alone. Just keep watching it. If it's short, just know it is short. If it's long, just know it is long. But don't force your breath to be short or long.
Okay. The second scenario is in any moments of my day, like in my work, I'm trying to be mindful as much as I can. Like when I want to focus or any thoughts arise, I simply just focus on the nostril, on my nose, while doing some work or any activities. But sometimes I feel like I'm doing force myself when I feel sad or any anxious. It's like I'm forcing myself. But when I feel that I'm forcing myself, I just let my emotion to get out. Like if I want to cry, if I feel sad, I just simply acknowledge and let it go and feel it. Then when I calm myself, I will simply go back to any activities that I need to do in my daily life?
Yes, you should just focus on your daily activity, whatever you do. Stay with the activities. Don't let your mind go think about other things. If you should go think about other things, you want to use a mantra to bring it back. Recite Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto.
Okay, but
Don't watch your breath because it's difficult to watch your breath when you're doing things.
so
Watch what you do, not watch your breath. And if you cannot stop your mind from thinking about other things, use the mantra to stop it. Keep
just
reciting Bhutto, 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 Bhutto.
okay, and then what else? If sometimes it's very difficult to stay being mindful. Like if there's emotions very strong arise, will it be okay if I just accept and feel it?
Well, emotions can harm you, so you have to find some way to
Express, let
to
it
st-
out.
to stop it, not let it.
Okay.
So if you're angry, you might want to use metta or forgiveness. If you're angry at someone, you should forgive that person. Then your anger will disappear.
Okay, metta, loving kindness.
Yes. If you have some other issues, then you might have to use some other type to. If you worry about things, then you might say everything is anicca, everything is impermanent, and you cannot control them all. So you just have to let it be.
Okay. And last question, Ajahn. Usually when I finish meditating in the evening, it's very difficult for me to fall asleep, which affects my sleeping, and I feel so sleepy in the morning. I have to wake up in the morning for work, and then before I start my day, I usually do meditation again, usually 1 hour, but in the middle of it, I fall asleep. What should I do to focus on my meditation and avoid being sleepy and fall asleep?
See, that's because you've been doing wrong meditation. You've been contemplating, you've been thinking when you meditate.
Okay.
So when you try to go to sleep, your thinking won't stop. See?
Okay.
So you should do mindfulness meditation to stop your thinking. Then when you go to sleep, just continue on with watching your breath. Then you'll go to sleep very easily.
Okay, I will try that this evening.
Try not to think. Just stay with your breath.
Okay, I will do that. Thank you, Ajahn. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Next, Katrina. Hi, Katrina from Australia. Long time no see.
Hi, John. Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm
How's
just,
your son? How's your son? Grown up now?
yeah, he's 19. He's good. He broke his arm.
Again?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's right.
Last time he broke something when he came here.
Broke his leg.
Broke his leg. Yeah.
He's broken both arms twice, and he's broken his leg. Yeah. He's okay. I'm having a break from talking to him because he's been disrespectful, and I don't know, I'm just having some time out.
Sometimes you just have to accept it. This is the way things are.
Yeah. I don't know. He just sort of, he gets mad at me, and I don't feel like I'm doing anything wrong. And I don't know. Yeah. But maybe I am. I don't know. I don't really have anything that I wanted to ask. I mean, I'm married, and I find the relationship difficult a lot, and I don't want to leave. Do you have any advice?
Well, you just have to play the servant part. Don't be the master. Play the servant with your partner. Let him be the master. Understand?
I guess.
Then there will be no problem. See, if you both want to be master, then you'll run into each other, trying to beat each other up. You know. But if one is a servant and the other is a master, then there will be no problem.
Yeah, okay. He's very stressed about money.
Mhm.
I find it really hard. I just, yeah, I don't know. I think there are poor people who are miserable and poor people that are happy and rich people that are miserable and rich people that are happy. And
It's not rich or poor, really. It's whether you know how to get along with each other or not.
yeah, yeah,
So try to get along. What's so hard about that? You got along when you first met each other, right? So why can't you continue on getting along? That's
yeah,
because yourself start to take shape and you want to do things more on your own, and he doesn't like that, maybe. So you get into trouble with each other.
yeah,
You have to cut down the ego, really. That's the problem.
yeah,
That's why I say you have to be a servant.
yeah. I think I would, because I think to myself, if I was alone, I would be really calm and not have,
Yeah, but you'll be lonely. You won't be calm anyway once you're
yeah,
alone.
yeah. I know. Anyway,
That's
I
the
just,
reason why you have a partner in the first place. That's because you're lonely when you're alone.
yeah, I don't like being alone very much, but I just keep meditating.
Yeah, if you can meditate, you can be happy alone. Then you don't need to live with other people.
Yeah,
You can let them be whatever they want to be, leave them alone.
yeah.
Mm.
What about like giving yourself love, like giving yourself metta?
Well, it means that you should be happy. Giving yourself metta is to make yourself happy. And the way to let yourself be happy is to let go of everything.
Yeah,
If you just can let go, whoever wants to do whatever they want to do, let them do it. And don't bother with them.
yeah,
Then you can become happy.
yeah. Everything you say is true, and it's very sobering. And I always come back to you because yeah, it just is very helpful.
Mm.
Nothing,
Okay.
nothing like that.
Mm.
Thank you.
Okay. Are you still living near Nusa?
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Good luck to you.
thank you.
Next,
Too.
we'll go to Ohio, to Marsha. Hi, Marsha. How you doing?
Hello. Oh, I'm doing well. It's so good to be here. I think I don't have any questions today. I have a lot of things in the back of my mind, but I don't know how to ask it right now. But I just appreciate all of you. I'm just taking in all the energy and the answers that you've given to everybody. And I'm just trying to do my best right here and do what I can do. That's
Yeah.
it.
Just stay calm. Stop
I'm
your
trying.
restlessness. Just stop your restlessness and agitation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'll go to
Thank
Belinda and then, okay, Belinda from Singapore.
Good evening, Ajahn.
And you're coming to Wat Yan again, huh?
I'll be going to Wat Macam first.
I
Ajahn
see.
Anand side. There will be a
Good.
group retreat, and then they will keep the phones.
Good.
So it's very good. They will keep the
You don't
phone.
have enough strong willpower to stop the phone. You need somebody else to do it for you.
I used to be able to do that, but now I think I have to go back to basic again after all the kilesa, going back to restore, the basic. And I'm happy to be in group. There'll be co-wat, cleaning. So when I was at Cultivating alone, I did my own co-wat. I sweep the leaves alone. Yes. So a lot of kilesa, Ajahn, but no good. Bad karma.
Okay. See you when you come, okay?
Okay, thank you, Ajahn.
All right. Go to Toronto now with Indira. Where's PL? Is he working?
Good morning from Toronto, Ajahn. Yeah, he just had to go see a patient. He was here all this time, but he can watch later. Thank you so much again for sharing your wisdom with all of us. Everybody's questions and your answers help us so much every day. So we are very grateful to you. And so recovering from the break-in, because not what they took or anything, but it's just that my mom was alone at home at that time. So it took a toll on me, but things are getting better and we are moving on. Ajahn. Yes.
Yeah, this is to remind you that nothing is the same. Things can change.
Yes.
Everything is anicca, so you have to be ready to face anything that might happen.
Yes, that's what I learned from this.
Anicca, anatta, dukkha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have been doing more contemplation now because I'm more a samatha person, but with what happened, I realized that I need to contemplate more on the anicca, dukkha, anatma. So I'm doing that more and it's helping.
Okay, but you should not give up your samatha practice.
No,
also.
never.
Okay. You always need to calm your mind. You need a calm mind in order to be able to contemplate on the truth of existence.
Yes, Ajahn. Yes.
Okay, fine. Maybe I'll come back to you later if Dr. P. I'll come back. Okay.
Thank you so much, Theruvan Saranai.
All right. Go to Martin Bosna. Bosma. Where are you from, Martin?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm calling from Sunnyvale in California. And
Where in California?
Sunnyvale.
Sunnyvale. Is that in the north or in the south?
In the north,
In the
near
north.
San Francisco Bay Area.
Bay Area. Okay, Bay Area.
Yeah. And I visited you in November together with the nuns.
Mm-hmm.
You remember?
Oh, yes, the nun. I heard they want to come back again next November.
Yeah, I'm coming with them.
I see. Good.
Yeah. I have a question about energy. I often have a lack of energy in the evenings. So I was wondering what kind of practice you would recommend to get more energy.
Eat less. You have too much food, which causes you lethargy. You want to go to sleep and you have a full stomach. So when you have an empty stomach, you'll be more energetic. Okay, so try to keep the 8 precept, just the 6th precept, not eating after midday, for instance. Then you'll find that in the evening, your mind will be more alert and more energized to do the practice. That's part of the prerequisite for meditation, is to eat less, to have moderation in eating. Because when you eat a lot, the body tends to get sleepy. and he wants to rest and doesn't want to do any work.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Who's the other guy? Your friend?
Yeah, I think.
I have to leave quick right now. Thank you, Venerable.
Okay. No question from you?
Do you have a question?
I have to run.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe next time. All right. I'll go to the next person. Okay, Martin. Next is Yi Kun Lim.
Hello, Ajahn. Nice to meet you.
Change your name again.
Sorry?
Is this your real name or?
Hi, it's my real name.
I thought you were another person. Maybe not. Where are you
Oh,
from?
I'm from Singapore.
Singapore. Okay.
Yeah, I was introduced to you by a sister when I was visiting Longpo Gantas Monastery in a retreat.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I mistake you for Nigel from Hong Kong. You look alike.
Oh. I
Okay.
guess maybe Asians are similar.
We all look the same.
Yeah. Actually, I have two questions. The first one is about conceit. So I think I realized in my daily life when I deal with people, I tend to have an instinct to compare. So like he's better than me, I'm better than him. But I also see that I'll tell myself to just let go of the thoughts and the feelings of like feeling superior, feeling inferior. So I was thinking if you have any advice on how to deal with it. And my second question is about, so I help to run a Buddhist group in Singapore. It's for young working adults. We do meditations, we do chanting together. So my friends, my Kalyana Mittas actually told me that they have a trouble feeling metta for themselves. Like they cannot feel joy and they cannot feel the peace. There is a sense of aversion to feeling that kind of peace. So I was wondering if you have any advice on that.
Well, they have to meditate in order to have a peaceful mind. See? Without meditation, your metta will be forced, not natural. But once you have meditated and your mind becomes calm and has equanimity, then metta will come naturally. Because when you're happy, then you have good feeling toward other people. So the real way to have metta is to meditate, to practice meditation, samatha bhavana, until you get to the ubekha or equanimity. Once you have that, you have contentment, you're happy, then you can be nice and kind to other people. Okay. Regarding the first question about conceit, the Buddha said the way to deal with conceit is to consider yourself like a piece of rag all the time.
So it's to put myself down, to not
put
be
yourself down. Be a servant or be a slave. Look at everybody as your boss.
Okay. On the second question, so I think my friends always say they meditate, they try to like spread loving kindness, they chant the loving kindness sutta, but they still say that they cannot feel the joy and the peace of like being peaceful.
That's right. They need to meditate until they enter into the fourth jhana. That's when they'll feel peaceful and happy.
Okay. So I should tell them.
Otherwise, they will not feel happy because it's the defilement that keep blocking them from being nice and kind to other people. But when you meditate, when you enter into jhana, then the defilement are temporarily blocked from going into action. So your mind will become, more loving and kind toward other people.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. Alvin, you're next from Malaysia.
Yeah, Master Ajahn. I don't have any question, just listening. Thank you, Ajahn.
I'll come back to Nining later, or she's gone again. I'll go to Diana now. Hi, Diana. How are you today?
Can you hear me, Ajaan?
Yes, perfectly.
Yes, I'm well that I can join you this week. So many good answers I received for myself.
Okay. Any more questions?
Yes. So I last time I was sharing, I was struggling with sleepiness. So I try now I decide to take one day after Sunday. So Sunday I usually take chance to go to the Sri Lankan monastery here. They have a good family program. So my daughter and I, we go join for 8 precepts, and I ask permission to give dana. And Monday I take the day right now to do my fast, so separate from work. You were suggesting. And I did find that it is beneficial. Maybe I was struggling with being caught in some reactive emotion, like usually anger. And I did find that without having focus on work that day, that I was able to not only witness if I was having a reaction, but subdued very quickly, like pause, turn on my mindfulness and just stop completely instead of trying to work things out as I am rolling in the emotion. So that was very helpful. So I think I will, I did consider having a fast longer, but I think right now I will just stay with one day because I'm still always with my daughter. And sometimes, she is having a hard time here or there. So I need to be attentive. And so for now, I will keep going with just once a week and then see if, I don't know, maybe August, I have a chance to lengthen the day. So which brings me to some questions. Yes, there are some family and work oriented. In terms of, I find a conflict in my mind in terms of priorities, in terms of progress, in keeping harmony and mindfulness. When I'm visiting my mother's home and trying to make her happy, attend to her needs, like her wishes, and not finding the balance between also taking care of my dama needs in terms of having the time for me to sit, because also I am also needing to have that in order to maintain calm for my daughter, when she's crying or expressing her emotion. I do find it challenging. And so when I try to take time for me, I end up feeling, my mother, I guess, is she's feeling that she's not having enough attention, even though, I give her a day of attention. So it is not like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it's not like she openly say that. I can feel subconsciously because, like, for instance, I give you an example. I say, okay, if you could be with my daughter, I speak with my mother, if you could be with my daughter at 6 and I will go do some, can you stop a little bit? Okay. If I can, have my, have my own time, then it doesn't happen. Many things she find to do until her bedtime. And I tried one more time and same thing happened. So now I try to think of some other way because, by the time I put my child to bed, it's 9 p.m. And because I try to get up early and give me myself that meditation time, I still fall asleep, not right away, like maybe halfway through, but it is more challenging. I find the defilement puts me to sleep. And then my mind adds to it, well, remember, Ajaan Suchart say, sometimes you just need to go to sleep. So sometimes, so that's like the first long description of what would be the correct path, to still take time for me or to just attend to my mother when I'm in her home.
Well, if you don't have enough time for yourself, then you have to forget about yourself first. If you have to do things for other people, then you just devote all your time for other people.
Okay.
Or else you have conflict and you won't be able to do both good effectively. So you only have time for other people and not yourself, then you just have to sacrifice yourself for the benefit of other people first.
Okay, so
And
for that, like one day when I'm there, I can just completely
Yeah.
focus on her and forget about me.
that's right. And wait for some other time when you have time for yourself, then do this. Because when you do something for other people, you're doing metta, which is you're doing it for yourself unknowingly.
Ah, okay.
So try to do it the best you can for other people when you really have to. Don't do it half-heartedly.
Okay. So
Sometimes you have to suspend your own good for the good of other people.
okay, and then just wait for them to set that boundary when they've had enough instead of trying to set my own.
That's right. Wait for the time when you have the time for yourself, then you do things for yourself.
Well, pretty much then it's when I am not in her home.
Okay,
That's when
whatever. But
Okay.
you have to remember that when you're doing things for other people, you're actually doing it for yourself also. You're developing metta, loving kindness,
Okay.
or you're doing
Okay, then-
dana, charity.
Ah.
Charity doesn't have to be money only. Giving your time for other people is also a form of charity.
Okay. Okay.
Good, understand?
Yeah. So just focus on that while I'm doing charity. Forget about myself. Just focus on the charity, the
That's
giving.
right. Until you
And
have
then-
the time for yourself, then you do meditation for yourself.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I will change that mindset for the next week. Thank you. And then that brings me to the other question again with the balance with my child, with my daughter. She's there, and of course I prefer my alone time with mindfulness, and on the weekends I try to give some, well, that's the only alone time I have. She's always with me, but we do some nature walking mindfully, and she's pretty good with the reading while I'm needing to sit and have my own quietness. The question is about providing her with some social company because she's still developing, and I've realized that just maybe I will apply the same advice you just gave with my mother, that if I schedule time for social for her, then I just focus on that and then wait for that to be finished, and then separate those two, and then I have my alone time.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay. If you don't have the time to meditate, then just say, right now you just can only do dana or charity.
Okay. I had some other questions. Just give me a second to find them because some of them you already answered about attending to. Oh yeah. So with attending to my mother, one thing I found is she will start with one need, and before I was able to complete it, she changes to the second need, and then the third need, and like there is no end. And sometimes I find myself really frustrated because I wasn't able to finish the first thing she was asking of me. And then she has piled up the second and the third and the fourth thing. And then a realization comes to my mind that unfortunately, because I'm always with my daughter and my daughter always also has needs, that it's not possible to combine, but I cannot put my daughter on the shelf. And then I would attend to, like, let's say 2-3 needs that I could for my mother, and then I need to attend to my daughter, and my mother has a really hard time with that now, even when I think maybe it will help her if I put myself away, but I've noticed that I guess because my mother didn't really raise me, she never learned parent fully presently, but she has a hard time understanding that my daughter needs to go for a walk now, or she needs to be cleaned or fed, like to maintain the regime. So the child is like in balance, you know, and not hungry for too long and things like that. And I guess it's coming back to the how to apply the mindfulness, because then when everybody's reacting, I'm not able, I don't have the capacity to maintain the mindfulness for self and others that moment.
Yeah. Excuse me. Well, you have to accept that you can only do so much at one time. So do whatever you can and forget about everybody's reaction. You cannot make everybody happy at the same time.
Yeah.
Or you might have to choose priority, which is more important at that time. If looking after your daughter is more important than doing things for your mother, then look after your daughter first. But if sometimes it's looking after your mother is more important than looking after your daughter, then you have to look after your mother first.
Yes, my mother's strong opinion is that I need to look after her first. So because the child is not so much in control of herself because she's still a child, there's no comprehension that at this point the child needs to be taken care of. But I will keep trying. This is new information. I will keep trying, at least taking my own needs out of the picture for that moment, and then see how much progress I make and if I can communicate with them.
And don't expect to make everybody happy all the time. You can make some people happy some of the time, but you cannot make everybody happy all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's hard. I will keep trying.
So do whatever you can. Do whatever you can.
Okay, I will try. Sometime next week is coming that I will be there for more than one day. I don't know how it will be. I will find out.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah, so that brings me to my work question. I realized that, you know, because I am wanting to follow the Dhamma path and maintain 8 precepts, that I didn't join my work party because some drinking already began, and I was thinking, but I had some question about that. How beneficial it would have been if I would have joined the party without necessarily partaking. Is that a good option? Like in terms of investing in being there, like showing up for my work, even though if they're having like the social working party, because so far I have not attended, and I have felt that maybe I wasn't seen as part of the team because of their choice of how they're spending that time together. Do you think it's possible? Like, do you think it would be unwholesome for me to stay present but not necessarily partake in the drinking?
Well, it depends on how other people will react to your action. If they understand that you don't drink and they don't mind, then it's okay.
Yes, I think at one point, long time ago, other people were talking a lot about it and trying to impose it. So then I stopped doing it. But now I feel it has impacted my presence in my work because they were feeling I am less friends with them because I did not stay. But okay, I will try it out and see, because I've been invited to some events, but I heard there's going to be some relaxing with drinking and it's not something in my lifestyle. And also, you know, my daughter comes with me and I didn't want to expose her that way. So I'll keep thinking about it then. I don't know how it would go.
You can explain to them that you're Buddhist, you're following the Buddha's teaching.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Something else about I ask you. Oh yes. Another thing in work is sometimes if somebody is having, actually all the time when somebody's having a bad time, I end up feeling very bad with them, for them. And afterwards, when we depart, I don't have the quick capacity to shift back to my class. I don't feel as positive and optimistic as I was prior to spending time with them. I tried to be there for them, but in the end, I don't feel as centered and grounded. And I was wondering if there's I guess I don't have the time to sit and meditate right then and there to bring myself up. And I'm wondering if I can still, how can I still be effective with some guidance?
Well, the Buddha said that we should look at people's position or situation as they are under their own karma. See, they have put themselves in that situation themselves. So sometimes it's something you cannot do anything about.
Yes, Ajaan, I want to mention, I applied the guidance that I don't offer my guidance, and that has helped me a lot. So maybe I will just, the working boss said that just to keep myself busy and not give them too much attention if they're wanting to speak about their problems. But it's not possible because the person is following me and needing to speak to me. So I tried to just listen a little bit. And it went well. They finished talking and I didn't feel as drained. I guess I was just worried that it's still impacting my brightness for the children because they are sensitive. And I'm wanting to share in the class that, okay, I will try applying.
Apply the law of karma. That sometimes people just get what they get because of their own karma.
Let me clarify. It's because afterwards I feel bad for myself because I'm not feeling as grounded and positive anymore. And now I have to go into the class and I feel a conflict with that. Like, so should I just accept it that now like my state has changed and I will do the best that I can with that state?
That's right. You can only do so much. Do whatever you can. And what you cannot do, then leave it to the law of karma.
And my last question actually came up as you were giving guidance to someone else here. A thought came to my mind because what if I've been trying to do more mindfulness in my sitting meditation, but I also quite like doing, because I guess that has been my practice, like the vipassana, the awareness of body sensations. And I guess the fear in my mind has come that, not the fear, the concern that if I spend all my time, all my life with the mindfulness, then I will never get to the sensation practice of the mindfulness. Could you share a little bit more about that?
No, you don't spend all your time, all your life on mindfulness. You know, it only takes a few months or few years to get to mindfulness. Once you have that, then you can use it effectively with other things, with your wisdom contemplation. Without mindfulness, you will not be able to do the wisdom contemplation effectively.
Yes.
So don't worry about that you're going to spend all your life on doing mindfulness meditation only. It's a step that you need to go through first. See? It's like learning the alphabet. When you study, when you want to read, you have to study the alphabet first. So when you want to meditate, want to practice wisdom, enlightenment, you need to have mindfulness first as your tool.
Okay, because I was beginning with mindfulness, and then 2-3 days after, I switched to the body sensation because this concern come to my mind. But I will now I understand because I'm not on 8 precepts every day. I try to do the 6th precept like you mentioned. That helps a lot. And I guess my worry was that I'll never get there in my life right now.
Mhm.
So I will switch just to the Anapan for 3 months.
Apanasati or mantra, if you can. When you feel bad, you feel restless, just use the mantra, Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto. This can stop your restlessness and agitation.
Yes, it has been helpful. It has been, I heard of it, but I wasn't doing that because I was trying to do the breathing and the body sensation. Although I wasn't finding that I was staying calm. I wasn't staying calm. So, okay, I will talk to my mind and make a deal that for now we're spending time on foundation of the Anapana and the mantra.
Yeah. Get mindfulness first before you go to wisdom. Without mindfulness, you won't be able to use wisdom effectively anyway.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I will try to change my because you know the habit is engraved now, so I will try to just step back from it and assure it that it will happen before my death, before I die. Okay.
Okay.
Ajaan, could my daughter say hello?
Yes, come on in, come on in.
Come say a quick hello.
How are you today? Are you happy?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to go to school now.
Mm-hmm.
Good. You enjoy staying at home or going to school? Which one is better?
Staying at home.
Huh? Stay at home is better, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You don't miss your friend at school?
What? You don't miss your friend at school? Yeah, I do miss my friends.
So you'll be ready to go back to school when it starts again?
Yeah, I am
Okay.
ready.
Okay. Do you meditate every night with your mother before you go to bed?
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
good.
in the morning.
You
No.
know, or in the morning.
Yeah, in the morning.
Okay. Good. Meditation is good for you. It'll keep you happy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. Dear Ajaan, Greta's too sleepy in the nighttime, so I put her to bed, but I meditate beside her. And in the morning, I get her up and she sits with me for some breathing and for some metta. I had a question because I introduce 8 precepts to my daughter. She's 7, once a week, and just wondering what is the culture in Thailand for how early to introduce the precepts.
There's no fixed rule on this. It depends on the child's ability to follow or not. If the child is able to do it, then okay. If the child is not able to do it, then don't force her to do it.
Okay. Well, she kind of not have my choice because I'm doing it. So we go into the woods and she's happy there for walking. And
Okay, that's good then. That's okay.
Okay.
But if she start to complain and she say, I want to watch movies, I want to eat, then maybe you will have to allow her to do so because she's too young to understand why she needs to keep the 8 precepts.
I did find some Dhamma books and some Dhamma literature like Jataka Tale, and she seems to be really enjoying them. It was from some Wat San Fran website. Wat San Fran. Wat San Fran. It's a Thai forest a YouTube channel.
Good.
Okay, I try to be more gentle.
See if she can do what you want her to do or not. If she can, then okay. If she cannot, then okay. Don't force her to do.
Yeah, she ends up wanting to do it later anyway. That's so because in the end she wants to do what I'm doing. But okay, I will let her have more flexibility. Yes.
Yeah, you're a good influence. If what you do will influence her. She will also want to do what you do. It's good.
Okay. Okay, that gives me confidence. Thank you. Because I'm only one person, and North America's pool is very strong in everything other than Dhamma. So,
Mhm.
okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Ajaan Suchart.
Good luck to you, and hope to see you maybe again next week.
Yes, maybe I skip 1 week, but the following week.
Okay, good. We'll go back to Dr. Piao now. Dr. Piao, you have any question or any comment?
Yes, thank you for taking me on. So I had a comment on, I think Christine Coy talked about like try to get other people into the path. And I did that too at the beginning of my practice. I was very excited when I started learning. I want everyone to do, but later found out people are not ready. And I think there's a sutta called Duskata Sutra in the Buddha's teaching, and Buddha talks about people have very little faith, very little morality, very little knowledge, and no understanding of generosity, and very little prajna, like wisdom. They can get irritated or angry, even they get annoyed. So what they say is, when a person without faith, they can, for example, then you try to talk about the faith of or the confidence in Buddha. He said they can lose temper, become annoyed, hostile, and hard-hearted, and displaying annoyance and hate and bitterness. So I figured that a hard way. So sometimes, as you very correctly said, it's the timing is everything. You have to pick the right person. Otherwise, this can be a wrong speech in according to Sutta.
That's right. You have to know your patient, just like your doctor. You know your patient, what your patient needs. You don't give them something he doesn't need, right?
No. So you need to pick the right medicine for the right time.
That's right.
For the right patient.
Because
So
the Buddha divided them into the 4 lotuses, 4 type of lotuses.
Yes. One on the top, one in the middle, one below. Don't worry about that.
That's right.
You pick the second category.
Yeah. So at the beginning, it was I was giving talks, lectures. I was, why nobody's interested? I said, okay, I'm making a fool of myself. I just, no one's interested because Indy keeps saying, don't, just relax. Then I thought, okay, I better rather teaching, be a student, good student. So that's it. I think sometimes it's hard, even your own family, right? Sometimes people are not ready.
Yes, it doesn't matter whether they're family or not. The state of mind is up to their karma. See.
So it can be a form of wrong speech, and you might even make bad karma. Trying to people get upset and annoyed.
Get them upset and also get yourself restless.
Yes, that's a good lesson. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, you're welcome. We'll go to Nining again. Nining, you want to speak? We have a little time.
Yeah, Ajahn, I have a question.
Okay.
Am I allowed to make coding of my states of meditation? For example, in my bright and calm situation, so that I can enter to that calm and bright situation anytime I start meditation.
Are you allowed to do what?
Coding.
Recording? What do you want to?
Coding, just coding.
I don't understand what you mean recording.
Coding, it's like make a note. Make a note. For example, I make a coding, and then anytime I want, anytime I start meditation, I just start from that state.
It's up to you. If it's good for you, then do it. If it's good for your practice, then do it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay.
It's all. Yeah.
All right.
It's late already.
We'll go to Kunjup now for more questions.
กราบนมัสการค่ะ We have 2 questions this evening. The first question is from Facebook, from Robert Doust. It has been said that the 4th jhana is necessary to progress in vipassana. If one has not yet reached the fourth jhana, to what extent can they practice vipassana and how to proceed? Thank you.
They can practice the vipassana, but they will not be able to stop their cravings. See, because they don't have the strength of the samadhi or jhana to have stopped their cravings. They know that craving is the cause of dukkha or suffering, but they won't have the strength or the ability to stop these cravings without the fourth jhana. So you can contemplate on everything, but you won't be able to stop your dukkha, your suffering, which is being caused by your cravings or your defilement. So you need to have jhana first, have equanimity. Then when the time comes when you use wisdom contemplation and to see that the cause of your suffering is from your own cravings, then you can stop it right away.
The next question is from the Dr. V channel YouTube from Kunwarui Vina. Dear Thanajan, during my sitting meditation, my breath becomes much longer than when I do not meditate, while I feel calm and focused. I'm wondering if this is the right way to continue.
Well, as you don't worry about the breath, whether it's short or long. You only use it as a point of focus, something to focus your mind, to still your mind. So it doesn't matter whether it's short or long. Whether it's normal or not, I cannot say, because it might differ from everybody else, you know. So just know it is for what it is, and don't worry about it. That's all. Okay.
That is all, Ka.
All right. That's about it for tonight. Then we run out of time. Thank you for your company. I hope you enjoy and find this meeting beneficial and can help you advance in your practice. In the meantime, please stay safe, stay mindful, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you all at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.
Sadhu, sadhu,
Sadhu. Thank you, Thanajan.
Thank you, admin.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
ขอบคุณครับ สวัสดีครั
ขอ
บบ
คุณค่ะอนุโม
บ๊าย
ท
บา
นา
ยบ๊ายบาย
บ๊ายบาย